I'm standing here at the most northwestern tip of Mozambique. Yep, if you look at a map, that little 90-degree bend that it makes on that tip, that's where we are. However, we're still in Zambia. That's the Luanga River behind me, and on the other side is Mozambique. But that gives you an idea where we find ourselves at this moment. So for this last 6-7 days, we traveled from Livingstone to where we are today. We made our way to the Gwembe Valley next to the Kariba Lake, and spent there a few days, had some incredible sunsets, did some fishing, and also explore the market, and then from there we started to make our way through to Lusaka. But I want to pause here for a moment and just share a little bit about the road conditions. Zambia, at this moment, in the many years that I've traveled Zambia, I need to be honest in saying that I have not seen the road conditions to be this bad for a very, very long time. The amount of trucks that you find on the road is just ongoing. Where you used to travel 80-100 kilometers an hour, it's now brought down to 60 just because of the absolute bad road conditions and the traffic that goes with it. When we went to the Gwembe Valley, we had to do a 145-kilometer dirt road, which in itself took us 4 hours just on that 145 kilometers. The lodge where we stayed is not open to public anymore, and that's just because general public don't want to go there anymore because of the road conditions. So we spent a few days there. We visited the market, as I said, and got a bit of an idea what's still going on there. It is a beautiful place. I always love the Kariba Lake, and but yeah, from there we started to make our way further north towards Lusaka. Again, as I said, the road conditions is something to consider when traveling on the Zambian roads. And then when you enter Lusaka, be aware the traffic officers are everywhere, and they're watching you, and they are watching and looking out for visitors, foreign vehicles. Yep, I was stopped. We were in a very busy intersection doing about 20 kilometers, if that much per hour, and I changed lanes following a vehicle that's in front of me. And then as we went through the traffic circle, the guy was saying, listen dude, you crossed over a white line, we need to change lanes. And I said to him, well, I apologize, I'm sorry, maybe I did it, maybe I didn't do it, but I was just following the vehicle in front of me. And then he said, but you should have seen that the vehicle in front of you, the registration number will tell you that it's an emergency vehicle. And I was just like, but how am I supposed to know that's an emergency vehicle? And I apologized again. And but yeah, after a little bit of negotiation, I obviously had to pay a fee, a traffic fine, and here's where the next thing happens. And so I paid the fine, and then I'm like, can I please get a receipt? And he's like, no, there's no receipt. If you want a receipt, you need to go to the police station back from where you come, about 5 kilometers, but that will take you about an hour. And so yeah, you take and do with it whatever you want. But I greeted him very friendly, and then started to make my way to our destination in Lusaka. Now in Lusaka, we originally planned to stay for 3 nights, ended up only staying 2 nights. We literally just used Lusaka to gather supplies and to restock. Again, internet access is very, very difficult in Lusaka, and because of the drought that's in Zambia at the moment, they only have electricity for about 12 hours, or 12 hours per day. There's no electricity. And we just heard that from the 1st of September, load shedding will be 17 hours per day. Now that's 17 hours a day where you will start to see communication lines going down, internet is going down, traffic lights are out, that just adds on to the frustration when driving. But yeah, also in Lusaka, what we found is often when the electricity is down, there's no water. And so you've got to deal with all these things, and as a tourist or a traveler coming through Lusaka, that's 2 or 3 days of frustration, and then at least you move on. But for the local people, that's life. For those in business, that's the things that they need to deal with. And so it's really challenging to think of that in that way, on the impact the drought has on the economy, the infrastructure, communication, and just basic business. So yeah, but from there we started to make our way east towards Malawi, and we find ourselves here at Bridge Camp. Now it's a little oasis almost in, I want to say, the middle of nowhere, but as my travel companion and colleague said to me, you can't say it is in the middle of nowhere, because for somebody this is home. And so yeah, we here at Bridge Camp, a beautiful campsite, clean ablution facilities, it's got a bar, it's got a swimming pool, got a beautiful view over the Luanga River, and there's a market not too far from here where we spent some time yesterday to go and explore. Tried a few things that we will not always recommend to everybody to do, but yeah, if you're traveling from Lusaka to Malawi, or from Malawi to Lusaka, then this is certainly one of those stops that you need to make, whether it's for a day or 2 days, it doesn't really matter, but certainly worthwhile the stop. There's a number of overlander trucks that have come in that we've seen over the last 3 days, and yeah, families, different groups of people coming in to stay. They have some chalets as well where you can stay if you don't want to pitch your tent for the night. But yeah, that distance from Lilongwe or from Malawi, Chipata, the border, through to Lusaka, it's not that far, but because of the road conditions, the traffic and everything, it's going to take you a good 12-13 hours almost. And so the recommendation is stay over right here at Bridge Camp. The contact details will be in the description below to make your booking, and yeah, just stay over here for a night. So from here we're heading towards Malawi. We will spend a few days in Lilongwe, move down to Monkey Bay, Cape Maclear, all along the coastline of the Malawi Lake. We will make our way towards Nankata Bay, then in the top Larondaville, before crossing into Tanzania, heading towards Dar es Salaam, and then next week we're into Zanzibar. So this is phase 2 for us. Phase 1, Gaborone to Livingstone. Phase 2, Livingstone to Malawi. And if you enjoy this channel, and if you enjoy being updated with our travels and what we do and where we go and what we see and experience, make sure that you subscribe to this channel, share it with your friends, and we will keep feeding you with key information of where to stay, where to go, what the road conditions are like, and take you with us as we travel from South Africa to Burundi and back. See you next time.